Good morning, Powder Blue and Beachbody. I just wanted to call a quick meeting and let you know we found her. We found her. She's going to be here in just a minute. I found her. She's a fitness professional for almost 14 years. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's a yoga therapist. She's a massage therapist. She loves turbo and plyo and hustle. I'm going to go get her. Her name is Laurie Korp. Please welcome her. Here she comes. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Laurie Korp. I'm excited to be talking to you today. I just want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me because I feel like you and me, you know what I mean? We could have a really good team together. First of all, I'm a turbo, plyo, and hustle instructor. I'm a yoga instructor, yoga therapist. I teach lots of fitness classes and I just love teaching my fitness classes. Even on those days that I wake up and I think, oh, how am I going to do this? I get there, even if I'm feeling sick, and it just takes over me. And 2 hours go by and I think, oh, I was sick today? I forgot all about it. So I think I would be a great match for your company because I love your formats and because this is what I've been doing for so long. I was really involved in fitness all my life. My dad's been a football coach all my life since he was in his teens. And my sister was my coach and I ran track and I played volleyball. And I did everything I could do to be strong because I love to be strong. I was told a lot as the youngest kid of 5, you can't, you won't, you're not strong enough, you're not big enough. So I made it my mission to join the track team 2 years early. I was 5 years old running with the 7-year-old girls and I was winning and I was so proud of myself. And now that I have my own daughter, I really want to encourage her to want to be strong because I think it's very, very important. I love Powder Blue, and now that you're Beachbody, I'm sure I will love you too, but I absolutely believe in Shalene and her message. I've gone to camp, I've gone to obviously all 3 trainings, I've gone to All-Star Presenter Camp, I have done the 30-day push, I have lived and breathed fitness and strength my whole life. I distinctly remember having many sleepovers when I was a young girl, and in the morning I made everyone work out, and my friends did not think that was funny. And that was in the 70s and the early 80s, and that was not the thing to do. Now everybody works out, but that was not the thing to do back then. So that's just a little bit about me. I've been a wife for 16 years. I've been a mother for 8.5 years. I have a puppy, a tortoise, and a fish. We're looking to get another puppy and probably no more animals for now. I would also like to say I'm very proud of the fact that I made a yoga DVD 2 years ago and I'm now in my 2nd printing of it and I've almost sold all of them. I had 100 printed at first, sold them all, and I had another 100 printed and I think I have 11 left. So I'm very proud of that, and I will show it to you. Right here is my very own yoga DVD that I made the music for. My husband and I filmed. I taught it all in one shot, no takes, and almost sold 200, which is pretty good. I mean, I'm not really marketing for it or anything like that, and I'm proud of that. So please watch my videos. I will say I have pretty good footage of turbo. I have pretty good footage of plyo. Excuse the hustle videos. I tried. It didn't work out. I had worse ones. And I'm not sending you the worst ones, but I'm just going to show you what I can show you. I love to move. I love to be strong. And I would love to work for you. Thanks. Hi, I'm Laurie Korp, and I wanted to just share with you a few of the things that happened while I was filming my yoga DVD, kind of a behind the scenes. type thing. First of all, we drove all the way up to Sedona, Arizona, my husband and I, which is about 2 hours away, and we had nowhere to film. We had 3 places in mind that we thought would be perfect. We get to the first place, can't do it there. There's hikers, there's bikers, there's campers, and I kept thinking, my eye is going to wander with every movement that is happening, and I can't focus, so that place was out. The second place we went to, where we would have to film, was too far away from my car, which was going to be my power source for the camera and the microphone and any other stuff we had to use. So that place was out. So we're driving now for about 4 hours, still have gotten nothing done. We get to our third location, not going to work either. Things just were not right. So we're driving now, getting very frustrated and thinking, you know, I was telling myself, the universe is telling me that I should not be doing this. And my husband's saying, come on, you can do this, stick with it, it'll be worth it. And we drive on the main highway and we pass this, I think it was a bank that was no longer in business. So we pass this and I'm just looking out the window trying to think, and there's this amazing view behind this bank that's no longer in business. So I said, can we turn around and go look there, because I think maybe we can go back there. So we get there and it's this bank, it's not in business. It is the most incredible view behind me that, you know, it seems like this should be the picture on a calendar. So we're trying to see if we can set up, is the ground flat enough, is it, you know, is it going to do? And so we're setting some things up, and up pulls a cop, and we're thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, we didn't get permission, we didn't sign anything, we haven't asked anybody if we can come here, we just started setting up because nobody was there. So this cop is watching us, and we're just kind of playing it cool, maybe this is okay. And after a while he drives off, so we thought, okay, this is all right, we could do this. And so we set up, and my husband's kind of getting different angles and seeing which one would be best. And okay, you have to stand here. And I say, okay, I'm going to stand here. And then I walk off, and I forget where he said. So that was off. And a lot of things take a lot of time, as I'm sure you know, because you've at least made your own videos, and most of you have been in the big videos. It takes a lot of time to set up, which I wouldn't have necessarily thought. I kind of knew a little bit because this was our ninth filming of me teaching a class to put on a video, and every other time did not work for some reason. The microphone, the sunlight, whatever, never worked. So we finally get to this spot, and we brought a broom and we dusted everything off, and we laid my mat down, and the wind is blowing and my mat keeps going up, and I'm thinking, this isn't right. So we find rocks and we put around the rocks, and then the sun was coming in at a strange angle, and he said, you know, let's wait until noon, so that way the sun will be straight above and there won't be shadows and whatnot. So we're in Sedona, Arizona, and if you don't know Sedona, Arizona, it is one of those places that looks beautiful in pictures, for sure, you know, and it's one of those world famous places, but when you're there, there's such a connectedness to the universe. For me, the sky is literally cloudless, and it's a blue, almost purple, and the mountains are kind of rusty red, and there's greenery, and it's so stark and gorgeous. Okay, but on the other side of it, it's in Arizona. And if you don't know Arizona, yeah, it's a dry heat. It is the hottest place you can ever imagine. It is so hot, I feel like I can't even sweat here, because the second I sweat, it evaporates. It's so hot. It's sort of like if you turned on your oven and then got inside of it, that's what it feels like to live in Arizona. So we're in Sedona, Arizona. It's in September, noon, and we are, I believe, 1,200 feet above ground level or whatever. We're on this really high mountain. I felt like the sun was here, right here on top of my head. So we start filming, and I'm a one-take kind of girl. I'll just film start to finish, and that's what I want to put because I think that's what's natural. So we start filming, and I'm trying to be very calm and serene, you know, like you need to be for a yoga video. And out of the corner of my eye, which I'm trying not to look at, starts this little army of ants. And I'm not kidding, these ants are this big. They're like little tanks. And I'm freaking out inside, but I'm trying to be like, oh yes, make sure you use your breath. Breathe in deeply. And I'm seeing these army ants come through, and I'm scared to death, and they're black, and they're just big. So occasionally, you might see me wipe off my mat like that. And that's because there were these scary, scary, scary ants. Okay, another thing that happened, other than the mat flipping up the whole time, was because we were so high on the mountain, and the sun is so, I don't know why, but the sun is so strong in Arizona. When I went to do my standing poses, it felt as though I was standing in liquid, hot wax. I literally looked down because I thought my mat was melting onto my feet. It was hot, 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 hot. And that was another thing, I just had to go with it. I had to see, you know, I have to keep doing this. The last thing that I will mention to you is the ground is hot, crawling with the biggest ants I've ever seen in my life. I go to do, I believe it was triangle pose. And I'm looking just like I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the camera. I go to do my triangle pose, look directly into the sun, which at this point feels like it's 1 foot above my head, and I'm blind, and I'm kind of seeing stars. So in my video, which I feel like makes me very real, in my video, I look up and I say, whoa, just blinded by the sun, give me a second, kind of fall out of my pose, and I get back in and I'm thinking, don't look right at it again. At the same time we're filming all this, apparently there was a airport right there, right in front of us or behind us, whatever. And so there's these little planes going over, and they're loud, going over us. We had to work with it, and I'm proud of myself that not only did I make it through that, and I persevered, even though I was frustrated as all get out, but we did it, and we made it, and we worked on this video for probably 2 or 3 months, from start to finish, from buying the camera to getting everything together to producing the finished product and starting to sell it. So that was my speech for you today on perseverance and behind the scenes craziness.